Alright, it's May-June 2020, paper 2. It's additional mathematics, course code is 4037 and paper is 22. Paper variant is 22. So let's start. In the first question, it says that variable x and y are such that y is equals to sine x plus e to the power minus x. Use differentiation to find the approximate change in y as x increases from pi over 4 to pi over 4 plus h. At first, we need to start differentiation. So dy over dx is equals to derivative of sine is cos x plus derivative of exponential is exponential to the power exponential and then derivative of power. So derivative of minus x, it will be minus 1. So that is why we have negative sign here. And now we need to find out dy over dx at initial value of x, that is equals to pi over 4. Alright, so it will be cos angle is pi over 4 minus e to the power minus pi over 4. Make sure that your calculator is in radian mode. So cos pi over 4 is 0.707 minus e to the power minus pi over 4 is, so that is equals to 0.45. Alright, and when we subtract these two, so the answer is 0.252. That is a value of dy by dx at x is equals to pi over 4. Alright, we need to find out the approximate change in y. So the working formula we are going to apply is change in y divided by change in x is equals to dy over dx. So we have the value of dy over dx, which we had find out, it's 0.252. That delta x, when you shift on the right side, it will be times delta x. So what is your change in x? Your value of x increases from pi over 4 to pi over 4 plus h. Therefore, the change is only x. So that will be 0.252 and delta x is basically h. So that is your change in y. Question number 2, it says the point 1 minus under root 5 comma p lies on the curve y equals to 10 plus 2 root 5 over x square. Find the exact value of p, simplifying your answer. So basically the point, the coordinates of x and y lies on the curve. That means we can place the value of x and y in that equation, right? So the value of y is p. So instead of y, I will write p is equals to 10 plus 2 under root 5 divided by, instead of x square, I will write 1 minus under root 5 and its square. Alright, so the numerator remains same, that is 10 plus 2 under root 5 divided by, that can be expanded with an identity of a square minus 2ab plus b square. So the numerator is still the same, 10 plus 2 under root 5. In the denominator, it will be 5 plus 1. It's 6 minus 2 under root 5, right? Now in the numerator, I will take common and that is 2. Now inside the bracket, it will be 5 plus under root 5. And in the denominator, again, I can take 2 as a common. So that will be 3 minus under root 5, right? So 2 and 2 simplifies here. The leftover fraction we have, it's 5 plus under root 5 divided by 3 minus under root 5. Now we can rationalize the denominator. That will be, you need to multiply the denominator but with opposite sign. That will be 3 plus root 5 and 3 plus under root 5. Now we need to multiply the numerators. So 5 times 5 plus root 5 multiplies with 3 plus under root 5, and in the denominator it's 3 minus under root 5 and it's 3 plus under root 5. Alright, the numerator will be 5 threes are 15 plus 5 under root 5 plus 3 under root 5 and plus root 5 is 5 divided by 3 threes are 9 plus 3 under root 5 minus 3 under root 5 minus plus minus, and it is 5. So in the numerator, 15 plus 5, it's 20, plus 5 plus 3, it's 8 root 5 divided by 9 minus 5, it's 4, plus 3 root 5 and minus 3 root 5 cancel. So we have only 4 in the denominator. Alright. Now in the numerator, we can take common and that is 4. Inside the bracket, it's 4 plus 2 root 5 divided by 4. 4 and 4 cancel. So the leftover part, which is your answer, is 5 plus 2 root 5 So that is your answer. It's question number 3 from the topic quadratic curves and equation. It says find the value of k for which the line y is equals to x minus 3 intersects the curve. Now intersects the curve means that the roots are real at two distinct points, right? So it means that the condition we are going to apply, it's b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. That is meant by the condition, right? So we have a line y equals to x minus 3, and we have a equation of curve, it's y equals to k square x square plus 5kx plus 1, right? So firstly we need to solve it by substitution, and what I'm going to do, I will place the value of y, this value of y I'm going to place here. All right, so my equation will be x minus 3 equals to k square x square plus 5kx plus 1. Now I will arrange my equation. So it's k square x square plus 5kx plus 1, right? And this positive x shift on the right side, it will be minus x, and this minus 3 will be positive 3, and on the left side we have 0. So now it's k square x square plus. Now in these two brackets there is a common, and that is equals to x. So if you take x common, so the leftover part is 5k minus 1 plus 3 plus 1, it's plus 4 and equals to 0. Now you have the values of a, b and c. So a is k square, b is 5k minus 1, and c is equals to 4. All right. So the given condition we have, it's b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. So b is what? B is 5k minus 1 whole square minus 4. A is what? It's k square, and c is what? C is 4, which is greater than 0. Now we need to simplify. So on 5k minus 1, that is an identity of a square minus 2ab, so it's 10k plus b square, 1 square is 1, minus 16k square greater than 0. So 25 minus 16 leads to 9k square minus 10k plus 1 and greater than 0. Now we need to solve it by middle term. All right. Now we need to apply middle term here. So now it will be 9k square minus 9k minus k plus 1 greater than 0. So you can take 9k common here. So the leftover part is k minus 1. And here minus 1 is common. So the leftover part is k minus 1 greater than 0. Again you can take common, that is k minus 1. The leftover part is 9k minus 1 greater than 0. Right? Now we need to find out the values of k. So roughly if I sketch the curve, that is roughly only for the values of k. So if you shift k minus 1 greater than 0, that implies k is 1. The first value of k, it's 1, right? And if you consider this one, so roughly if I show what I'm saying, that the roughly part, right? 9k minus 1 greater than 0. So basically k greater than 1 upon 9. All right. So we have the value 1 upon 9 here. All right. So that sort of my curve looks like. And since it says greater than 0, for greater than 0, I need to find out the values that lies outside the curve. So if I talk about the value 1 upon 9, so k should be lesser than 1 upon 9. And for positive 1, so k should be greater than positive 1. These are two my final answer. Starting with question number 4, it is from remainder factor. It says that the three roots of px equals to 0, where p of x, the equation of cubical equation, is 2x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c at x equals to 1 upon 2, x equals to n, and x equals to minus n. All right. So these three are the factors that is already given, and on these three vectors p of x equals to 0. The y-intercept of the graph of y equals to px is 4. Find px simplifying your coefficients. All right. So let's start with the given conditions. We know that x is equals to 1 upon 2, x is equals to n, and x equals to minus n. All right. If you shift 1 upon 2 on the left side, so that will be x minus 1 upon 2 equals to 0. Similarly, x minus n equals to 0 and x plus n equals to 0. So now all these three brackets are equals to 0. So we can write it in this form: x minus 1 upon 2 multiplies with x minus n multiplies with x plus n and equals to 0. For the first bracket, if I take LCM here, so that is 2x minus 1 divided by 2, and it's x minus n and x plus n. So this 2, when you shift it on the right side, so that will be multiplied with 0, right? Uh, this 2, if you shift it on the right side, so 0 times 0, that will be 0. The final equation before multiplication is 2x minus 1, x minus n, and x plus n equals to 0. All right. So 2x minus 1 as it is, these two are basically the property which states that a minus b and a plus b, it leads to a square minus b square, right? That is the property. So basically x minus n, x plus n leads to x square minus n square equals to 0. Now we need to multiply those brackets. So it is 2x cube minus 2xn square minus x square minus minus plus n square equals to 0. And if I arrange it, so that will be 2x cube minus x square minus 2 n square x plus n square equals to 0. If you compare it with the given equation, that is this one, right? So it's 2x cube minus ax square, sorry, it's plus ax square plus bx plus c. All right. So when you compare it, so you have the value of a, and that is equals to minus 1 by comparing, right? A equals to minus 1. Now, it also says that the y-intercept of the graph of y equals to px is 4. Now, what do you mean by y-intercept? We know that y-intercept means that x is equals to 0. So, in my equation, p of x is equals to 2x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c, right? So when I place x equals to 0, so what is left over? 2 into 0, 0, a into 0, 0, b into 0, 0 plus c. And when x equals to 0, the y-intercept is 4. So you got the value of c, and that is equals to 4. All right. So if you compare these two, so c is basically equals to n square, right? And the value of c is 4. 4 equals to n square, and n equals to 2. And when you get the value of n, so for b, what I will do, I will compare the coefficient of x. So it is equals to b equals to minus 2n square. The value of n is 2. So that will be minus 2, 2 square. 2 square is 4. 4 into minus 2, that is equals to minus 8. That is the value of b. So now I got all the values of a, b, n and c. So the equation, it will be equals to p of x equals to 2x cube plus a is what, minus 1, so minus x square minus b is 8x plus c is 4, and that is my final answer. Place the values of a, b and c in that equation, so I got the final answer. It's question number 5 from the topic coordinate geometry. The points A and B are known. Find the equation of line L, the perpendicular bisector of AB. Alright. So the points of A and B are known. So let's say I'm saying that it's x1, y1 and it's x2, y2. Firstly, I need to find out the midpoint of AB because we are looking for perpendicular bisector, and bisector means midpoint. Alright. So the midpoint working formula, it's x1 plus x2. So 4 plus 12, it's 16 divided by 2, comma 3 minus 7, it's minus 4 divided by 2. So midpoint we got is 8, comma minus 2. After midpoint, the next step is you need to find out the gradient of AB. Alright. So gradient of AB, it's y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So minus 7 minus 3 minus 10, 12 minus 4, it's 6, it's 8. So that will be equals to minus 5 divided by 4. That is the gradient of AB. Alright. We know that the condition for perpendicular, it's m1 times m2 equals to minus 1. That is the condition of perpendicular. So the gradient of m2, it is equals to 4 divided by 5, and that gradient we are going to use to find the line equation of line, right? And the negative reciprocal of this gradient is this one. So we have the gradient, we have the point. The working formula to find the equation of line is y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. So we have the value of x1 and y1, it's 8 and negative 2. So it's y plus 2 equals to m is 4 over 5 x minus 8. Alright, so I can cross multiply here. So 5y plus 10 equals to 4x minus 8 fours are 32, and now it's 5y equals to 4x minus 32 minus 10 leads to minus 42. And if you make y the subject, so y equals to 4x minus 42 divided by 5. So that is your equation of the perpendicular bisector, part A answer. Next part. The line parallel to AB which passes through the point 5, 12 intersects L at the point C. Now we have the equation of L in the first part. Find the coordinates of C. So it says the line parallel to AB passes through the point 5 and 12. So firstly, I need to find out the equation of line. So y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. The condition is, since the lines are parallel, that means m1 equals to m2, right? The gradient is same. So we have the gradient that is minus 5 upon 4. So y minus the value of y1, it's 12, is equals to m is minus 5 over 4, x minus x1 is 5. So now by cross multiplication, it's 4y minus 12, 4s are 48 equals to minus 5x plus 25. So it is 4y plus 5x equals to 25 plus 48 leads to 68 and 73. That is my equation. And now this equation intersects L at the point C. So the equation L, it's 5y equals to 4x minus 42, right? So firstly, I need to arrange the equation in the same pattern. So 5y minus 4x equals to minus 42. So both equations are arranged in the same pattern, right? So I need to multiply any one equation to make the coefficient same. So I will multiply the first equation by 4 and the second equation by 5. So now it is equals to 5 fours are 20y plus 5 fives are 25x is equals to 5 into 73 is 365. For second equation, when I multiply this equation by 4, so that is equals to 4 fives are 20y minus 4 fours are 16x equals to 42 times 4, that will be 168 with the negative sign, right? Now I need to change all the signs, so minus, plus and plus. So minus plus cancels, so 25 plus 16, it leads to 41x equals to 365 plus 168, it leads to 533. All right, so when you 41 is multiplying, when you shift it, so it will be 533 divided by 41. All right, and it leads to 13, that is the value of x. To find the value of y, I will place x in any of the equation. So I will use this one because it is already make y the subject. So that is equals to y equals to 4x is 13 minus 42 divided by 5. So 13 times 4, it is 52. 52 minus 42 divided by 5, so it's 10 divided by 5, so y is 2. So the final answer is x is 13 and y is 2. That is your final answer. Alright, it's question number 6. Find the equation of tangent to the curve 2y equals to 10 2x plus 7 at the point where x equals to pi by 8. Give your answer in the form of ax minus y equals to pi over b plus c, where a, b and c are integers. So for equation of line, if I write the working formula y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. For equation of line, what we need first is the gradient, right? To find out the gradient, I will derivate the equation, and the equation we have is 2y equals to 10 2x plus 7. If I make y the subject, so y is 1 upon 2 of 10 2x plus 7, right? So now I need to derivate it. So dy over dx is equals to 1 upon 2. Derivative of 10x is sec square 2x, and then the angle derivative, that means 2, and the derivative of 7 is 0. Now 2 and 2 simplifies, so the answer is sec square 2x, that is dy over dx. Now sec is what? Sec is the reciprocal of cos square 2. The value of x we have, it's pi over 8. So I will place pi over 8. Make sure that your calculator is in radian mode. Alright. So when you find out the value of cos square 2 times pi by 8, that gives you the value of 0.49, that is approximately 0.5. So 1 divided by zero point 0.5, it leads to 2. So that is your dy by dx at x equals to pi upon 4. Alright, so that is the gradient part. Now for x and y, we have the value of x, that is pi over 8. We need to find the value of y. So the equation we have is 2y equals to 10 to the value of x we have, it's pi over 8 plus 7. So I place the value of x in this equation to find the value of y, and now I will calculate it. So I have placed the value and calculated the value of y is 4. Now I have the coordinate pair as well, x, the value of x and y, and the gradient. So now it will be y minus y1, it's 4, equals to m is what? M, it's 2, x minus x1 is pi over 8. Alright. So now it will be y minus 4 equals to 2x minus 2 pi divided by 8. I can simplify it, so it's pi divided by 4. So y minus 4 equals to 2x minus pi divided by 4. I will arrange the equation, so that will be 2x. I'll shift y on the right side, it's minus pi, and I will shift the negative pi upon 4 on the left side, so that will be positive pi upon 4 minus 4. So that is the equation of tangent, and that is your final answer. Alright, after that it says this tangent intersects the x-axis at P and the y-axis at Q. Now this tangent means that we need to pick the equation where we left in the first part, y upon 4 minus 4 equals to 2x minus 5. So when it cuts the x-axis, that means y equals to 0. So we need to place y 0 here. So that will be pi upon 4 minus 4 equals to 2x. We can find the value. So pi divided by 4 minus 4, it leads to minus 3.21 equals to 2x, and 2 you need to divide it by here. So when you divide it by 2, so x equals to minus 1.6. That is the value of x, or you can say the points for P is minus 1.6 comma 0, because it lies on the x-axis. For Q, since it lies on the y-axis, so the coordinate of x is 0, but the coordinate of y we need to find out. Alright, so the equation we have, it's pi upon 4 minus 4 equals to x is 0, the leftover part is only y. Alright, so 3.142 divided by 4 minus 4, it is equals to minus 3.21 equals to minus y, and y equals to 3.2. Alright, so the coordinates of Q we have is 0, 3.2. It says find the length of PQ. To find the length, the working formula we use is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, right? So let me say that this one is x1 y1 and this one is x2 y2. So now it will be x2 minus x1. So it's 0 minus minus plus 1.6 whole square plus y2 3.2 minus 0 whole square. Alright, so 1.6 square, it's 2.56 plus 3.2 square, it's 10.24. So when you add these two and find the root, so that is equals to 3.577. That is the length between 2 points, and that is your answer. It's question number 7 from the topic integration. It says that giving your answer in the simplest form, find the exact value of integral of 0 to 4, 10 divided by 5x plus 2 dx. So if I write in this form, 10 integral from of 0 to 4, it's 1 divided by 5x plus 2 dx. So it does not matter on the question, it does not affect it. Alright, so the integral of 1 upon 5x plus 2 is ln of 5x plus 2, right? And the derivative of 5x plus 2, it's 1 divided by 5. And if we simplify, so it will be 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. So that will be 2 ln 5x plus 2. And now we need to apply the limits here. So the limits are, it's from 0 to 4. So firstly, I will place the upper limit. So that will be ln of 5 fours are 20 plus 2, it will be 22. Upper limit minus lower limit. So that will be ln of 5 into 0, 0 plus 2. All right. Now the property of logs we have is when we have division subtraction, that means it is a division, right? So it will be 2 times of ln 11, or you can say that it is ln of 11 square, or it's ln of 121. So that is your answer of first part. In part B, it says that integral of 0 to ln to the limits e to the power 4x plus 2 and whole power is 2 dx. So firstly, I will multiply the power. So it will be e to the power 8x plus 4 and it's dx, right? The integration of exponential is integral when you have the derivative of the power. So the differentiation of power is 8. So I need 8. So I will multiply and divide it by 8, right? With this approach, there is no need to learn any working formula. So 0 to ln to now. The derivative integral of exponential is exponential when you have the derivative of power written with it, right? So the derivative of power, we have it, that is 8. Now you are ready to integrate the exponential function, and it will be e to the power 8x plus 4 divided by 8, right? So we have performed the integration. So I will remove this part, and now I need to apply the limits here. So the limits we have, it's 0 and ln 2, right? 0 and ln 2. So now I'm going to apply upper limit, but for that, before that, I will take 1 upon it as outside of the bracket. So it will be e to the power, upper limit is 8. Instead of x, I will place ln of 2 plus 4 upper limit minus 8 to the 0 instead of x plus 4. Now I will solve the power, so it will be 1 upon 8 e to the power 8 ln 2 plus 4, it is equals to 9.54 minus, it is e to the power 0 plus 4 leads to 4, alright. So e to the power 9.45, that is equals to 13977 minus e to the power 4, that is equals to 54.6, alright. So now we need to add them, subtract them. So 13977 minus 54.6, and you need to divide it by 8. So that is equals to 1740. That is your answer. Alright, it's question number 8 from the topic trigonometry, and it says solve 3 cot square x minus 14 cosec x minus 2 equals to 0. Before starting this question, we have the identity which states that 1 plus cot square x equals to cosec square x. So if I make cot square subject here, so that will be equals to cot square x equals to cosec square x minus 1, right? And I will use the value of cot square x in my question. So now it will be 3. Instead of cot square x, we have cosec square x minus 1 minus 14 cosec x minus 2 equals to 0. Now we need to multiply, so it's 3 cosec square x minus 3 minus 14 cosec x minus 2 equals to 0. Simplify it, 3 cosec square x minus 14 cosec x minus 5 equals to 0. So that is a quadratic equation. Now we can apply the middle term here. So that will be 3 cosec square x minus. So the middle term we have, it's 3 5 are 15, so it's minus 15 cosec x plus cosec x minus 5 equals to 0. Taking common, so it's 3 cosec x, and inside the bracket it will be cosec x minus 5 plus, here you have common 1, and inside the bracket it's cosec x minus 5 equals to 0. Again you can take common cosec x minus 5, so cosec x minus 5 common, and inside the bracket it's 3 cosec x plus 1 equals to 0. Alright, now we need to equate both of the brackets with 0. So it will be cosec x minus 5 equals to 0, and it will be cosec x plus 1. 3 cosec x plus 1 equals to 0. Now we need to make cosec the subject. So cosec x equals to 5 here, and cosec x equals to minus 1 upon 3. Alright, so the cosec is reversal of sine. So it will be sine x equals to 5 will be 1 upon 5, and in this case sine x equals to minus 3. We are going to reject this value because sine minimum value cannot be lower than minus 1. So we are not going to pick this one. And for this one, since the sign is positive here, that means we have theta in first or second quadrant. Alright, so now it will be alpha is equals to sine inverse of 1 upon 5, and when you find out the sine inverse you will get the value of alpha, that is 11.5 degrees. Alright, so that is your alpha, and now you need to find out the value of theta. As we had discussed, sine is positive, that means that we have theta in the first quadrant, this one, right, and in the second quadrant, that means that is the value of theta. So the first value of theta we have, it's 11.5, and the next value is 180 minus 11.5. So the final answers we have is theta equals to 11.5 comma, the next value it's 168.5, and these are the final answers. In part B, it says that show that sine 4y minus cos 4y divided by cot y equals to 10y minus 2 cos y sin y. So I am going to pick left hand side, and I will prove it to the right hand side. Alright, so left hand side we have it's sine 4y minus cos 4y divided by cot y. So if I write the numerator in this form, that sine square y and whole square minus cos square y and whole square. So it won't affect the question much because 2 2s are 4, so that will be same as the previous step divided by cot y. But the benefit to write sine and cos in this form, because now that will be an identity of a square minus b square, and that leads to a minus b, alright, and a plus b. I am going to write down the property here. So the property is a square minus b square equals to a plus b and a minus b, that is an algebraic identity, divided by, in the numerator I have cot, so I am going to write cot y as it is. Now we know that sine square y plus cos square y equals to 1. So that bracket is equals to 1. So the leftover part we have is sine square y minus cos square y divided by cot y. Alright. So in the denominator we have cot y, and cot y is equals to 1 upon 10 y. Alright, so instead of cot y I will use 10y here. So sine square y minus cos square y divided by cot y is 1 divided by 10y. This 10y, when you shift so it will be multiply in the numerator. So after that I am starting here. So now it will be 10y, and inside the bracket we have sine square y minus cos square y. Alright, so after that outside the bracket we have 10y, Now sine square y from this identity, if I shift cos square y on the left hand side, so it will be left that sine square y equals to 1 minus cos square y. So I will use the same. Instead of sine square y, it will be 1 minus cos square y and minus cos square y as it is. So in the bracket it will be 1 minus 2 cos square y, right? And tan y is basically equals to sine y divided by cos y. Alright, so after that I will multiply the bracket. So now it will be sine y divided by cos y minus 2 cos square y sine y divided by cos y. Alright, so here we have cos y and cos cancel. So the leftover part we have it sine y divided by cos y minus 2 cos y sine y. Alright, and now sine y upon cos y, we know that it's tan y minus 2 cos y sine y. Alright, and that is equals to right hand side. We need to show this one. It's question number 9 part A. Solve the equation 9 power of 5x divided by 27x minus 2 equals to 243. So I will apply the concept of indices. I need to make basis same. So 9 is what? 9 is 3 power 2 and outside the bracket the whole power is 5x divided by. It says 27 to the power x minus 2 and 27 is what? It's 3 to the power cube equals to 243 is 3 to the power 5. Alright, so in the numerator it will be 3 to the power 2 5s are 10x divided by denominator 3 to the power 3x minus 6 and 3 to the power 5 on the right side. So now it will be 3 to the power 10x. When you shift denominator power in the numerator, so it will change its sign. So 10x minus 3x positive 6 equals to 3 to the power 5. So now it will be 10 minus 3, it's 7x plus 6 equals to 3 to the power 5. On both sides you have same bases 3 and 3. That means we can equate the powers. So now it will be 7x plus 6 equals to 5. 7x equals to 5 minus 6, x equals to minus 1 divided by 7. That is your first part answer. Next part, it says log a of under root b minus 1 upon 2 equals to log b of a, where a is greater than 0 and b is greater than 0. It means that if you are getting negative value, then you need to reject it. Solve this equation for b, give your answer in terms of a. So at first I will gather the log term on the left side. So it will be log a of b, root means b power minus 1 upon 2 minus log b of a, and I will shift 1 upon 2 on the right hand side. Alright. So now if you observe that it's log a of b and log b of a, that means we need to apply change of base law. So it will be log a of b to the power 1 upon 2 minus, and I'm going to apply chain of base law here. So that will be log a of b equals to 1 upon 2. Alright, so the power of log is that it can bring the power before the log. So it will be log a of b minus 1 divided by log a of b equals to 1 divided by 2. Alright, to make question more simplify, so what I will do, I will suppose that let log a of b equals to x. Now my equation will be x upon 2 minus 1 upon x equals to 1 upon 2. I will take LCM, that will be 2x, so it will be x square minus 2 equals to 1 upon 2, and on both sides we have 2 and 2 cancel. So it will be x square minus 2 equals to x square minus x minus 2 equals to 0. And now we can apply the middle term. So x square minus x minus 2 equals to 0. So it will be x square minus 2x plus x minus 2 equals to 0. X minus 2 plus 1 x minus 2 equals to 0. Again taking common x minus 2. x plus 1 equals to 0. So now you can equate it, x minus 2 equals to 0 and x plus 1 equals to 0. So finally we get x equals to 2 and x equals to minus 1. Now we are again switching back to the substitution, that x is equals to log a of b. So when the value of x is 2, so I will say 2 equals to log a of b. So I need to make b the subject, so I will convert log form into index form, so that a is basically shift over the left hand side. So that will be a square equals to b. That is my first answer. Similarly with this one, x equals to log a of b, x is minus 1 equals to log a of b again. So it will be a to the power minus 1 equals to b. Alright, so these are the two values of b we got in terms of a, and that is your final answer. Question number 10 from the topic series. The first five terms of a sequence is given below. Find the 20th term of the sequence. So that is a geometric sequence, and how we know that the ratio is same if you divide the second term with the first term, or if you divide the third term with the second term, that both answers will be same, that minus 1 upon 2 equals to minus 1 upon 2, and that is the value of r. Alright, so that is geometric sequence. The working formula is TR is equals to ARN minus 1. The first term we have, it's 4. The value of R is minus 1 upon 2. And since we are looking for 20, so N is 20. So that will be 20 minus 1. And now we can calculate it. So that will be equals to minus 7.63 into 10 to the power minus 6. That is your first part answer. In the next part, it says explain why the sum to infinity exists for the sequence and find the value of this sum. Alright, why the sum to infinity exists? Because the value of r, it lies between minus 1 to 1, that is minus 1 upon 2. That is why the sum to infinity exists. Right, now the working formula to sum to infinity is a divided by 1 minus r. Right, the value of a we have, it's 4, divided by 1 minus r is what, it's minus 1 upon 2. So you can solve it, it will be 4 divided by 1 plus 1 upon 2, and 4 divided by 1 plus 1 upon 2, it's 3 upon 2, and if you solve it, so that will be 8 divided by 3. That is your answer. Part B, it says the 10th term of an arithmetic progression is 15 times the second term. So I can say that the 10th term of the progression is 15 times the second term. The sum of the first 6 terms of the progression is say 87. So sum of the 6th term, we know that it's 87. Find the common difference of the progression. The working formula for arithmetic progression is Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1d. Alright, so if you apply the working formula for 10th term, so I can say that 10th is equals to a plus 10th minus 1 and d. So we can say that t 10th is equals to a plus 9d. Alright, so I will use the expression instead of t10. So that will be a plus 9d is equals to 15, and the second term is simply a plus d with the same working of this working formula. Similarly, the working formula for sum of nth term is n upon 2 2a plus n minus 1d. Right, that is the working formula. We have the value of n is 6, so it will be s6 equals to 6 upon 2 times 2a plus 6 minus 1, that will be 5d. So I can say that it's 3 times 2a plus 5d, and the value of s6 is equals to 87. 3 is multiplying on the right side when you shift, so 87 divided by 3, it's 29 is equals to 2a plus 5d. Alright, so now you have two equations, so we need to solve them simultaneous equation, but before that we need to simplify the first equation as well. A plus 9d equals to 15a plus 15d. So if I make the subject, so that will be equals to 9d minus 15d equals to 15a minus a. 15a minus a, that will be 14a, and 9 minus 15 is minus 6d. Alright, so here I can say that a equals to minus 6 upon 14d. So I got the value of a, and I will place this value of a in my second equation here. So now it will be 29 is equals to 2 times a is what? Minus 6 divided by 14 d plus 5d, and now I need to simplify it. So I've simplified the brackets, I've taken the LCM, and now I will do the cross multiplication. So 7 times 29, it is 203 equals to 35 minus 6 leads to 29d. Alright, so 203 divided by 29, the value of d is 7, and that is your answer. For second part, for this progression, the nth term is 6990. Find the value of n. But before that, we need to find out the value of a. So a is what? A is minus 6 divided by 14 times d is what? D is 7. So we can find 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are, and a is equals to minus 3. Alright, now you have the value of a and d. So apply the working formula. Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 d. So the tth term is 6990. That means Tn is 6990 equals to a is minus 3 plus n is unknown and difference is 7. Right? So minus 3 on the left side, it will be addition. So 6993 is equals to n minus 1 times 7. So 7 is dividing on the left hand side. 6993 divided by 7 gives you the value of 999 equals to n minus 1. To find the value of n, you need to shift 1. So it will be 1000 is equals to n, and that is your answer. It's question number 11. It says the circles with centers C1 and C2 have equal radii of length r centimeter. So you have a radius of r centimeter. The line C1 and C2 is a radius of both circles. The two circles intersect at A and B. Given that the perimeter of the shaded region is 4 pi, find the value of r. So the first thing is we need to find out the value of angle theta, and for that part, if I join A to B, it is a straight line, right? If I join A to B, and if I join the length from A to C, so that length from A to C, that will be r because it is a radius, right? And the length from this part, it will be r divided by 2 because the length from C1 to C2 is radius as it is given, and we are dealing with the right angle triangle, so we can easily find out that angle. So if I draw the triangle separately, so it is in this form that this length is r, it's r upon 2, that one is 90, and we need to find out this angle. Let's call this angle A. Alright, so you can find out the angle A by using cos. So it will be cos A is equals to r divided by 2 adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So r and r cancel, so the leftover is 1 upon 2. So A is equals to cos inverse of 1 upon 2, that is equals to pi over 3, means 60 degree. Alright, so this angle you have, it's 60 degree. So what should be the complete angle? Like if I complete it with C1 and B, so this complete angle, it will be 2 times of pi over 3, right? That is a complete angle. The given condition is you had given the value of perimeter, and that is equals to 4 pi. So basically the perimeter is the addition of this arc length. Let me draw it with the red pen. This arc length, right? And the working formula for arc length is what? R theta. So r is what, but the value of theta we had find out, it's 2 pi upon 3. Similarly, we have one more arc length, and that will be marked with the yellow pen. This one is also r theta. So again it will be r 2 pi upon 3 is equals to 4 pi. Now we need to solve this equation. So it will be 2 pi upon 3, 2 pi upon 3, 4 pi upon 3 times r equals to 4 pi. Pi and pi cancel, 4 and 4 cancel. So the leftover part of radius, it's 3 centimeter. That is your answer. In the next part, it says find the exact area of the shaded region. So for exact area, what I will do, I will find the area of this sector, right? Multiply the area of triangle. So the leftover part is this one, and I will multiply this area by 2 because these two are same, right? So firstly, I will find the area of sector, and that is equals to half r squared theta, the working formula. So it will be half, radius is what, it's 3 square, and theta is what, theta we had find out, it is equals to 2 pi upon 3. Alright, so we can simplify, it will be 2 and 2 cancel, 3 power 2 and 3 cancel. So the leftover part is 3 pi, that is the area of sector. For area of triangle, it is equals to 1 upon 2 a b sine c, that is the working formula. The value of radius we have is sine 3 and 3, and angle is 2 pi upon 3. So when you solve it, you will get the area of triangle, and that is 3.89. All right. So area of sector we know 3 pi, area of triangle. So area of shaded part. So area of shaded, that will be 3 into 3.142, 3 pi, it's 9.426, 3 pi, it's 9.426 minus 3.89, so that is left with 5.536, and we have two portions of shaded area, the first one and the second one, right? So that is why we need to multiply it by 2, and when you multiply it by 2, it's 11.07, and that is your final answer.